What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing. We're back with another video, and in today's video, guys, me showcasing the brand new Roxy of Madness, the PvE god, the new PvE god. So if you guys don't know, Roxy of Madness is a really good PvE character as well, as she has a pretty cool gimmick in her passive, which we'll kind of talk about as to why she's so good. But let's hop in and talk about her passive real quick. So for her passive, I'll chop you up, increases the hero's crit chance by 40% for each human ally on the battlefield. If a critical strike occurs from a human ally's single target attack skill, inflicts additional damage equal to 300% of the hero's initial attack, and then additional damage occurs only once for each skill. So pretty much, Roxy is able to make any human character become the one ultimate Escanor and do the extra like scorch damage. Pretty much, that's how she works. She's pretty insane. So we took Roxy into each demonic beast battle to see how well she could be. So let's hop in and let's go and check out the bird and see what she's able to do on that. Alright, guys, so hopping into the bird, we have the single target card set right there, and we are running Roxy, the one ultimate, blue Miguelda, and then green Arthur on the field. So pretty much this team is just, you know, as much humans as I could, and then we stopped Miguelda on the team as well. And in terms of the strategy here, what we were trying to do, we're pretty much just trying to make sure that we save up enough strong cards for the final phase of floor 1, because final phase is always going to be like an area where we do struggle a little bit, just because of the fact that it's super tanky because of all that, like, you know, resistance that the bird gets. So we pretty much wanted to have as much Miguelda stacks as possible, as much like high rank cards as possible, and that's what we were going for, right, in terms of like our setup. So right here, I decided to just waste all my Arthur cards, same with the Miguelda single target, and then just an AoE, just to get my bad cards out of my hand. We want to start building up some good cards, and going into the final phase, as I said, we need super strong damaging skills, and by that point, we also want to have Miguelda like passive built up a little bit as well. So yeah, definitely want to get those both built up. So as you guys can see, Escanor crit there, but that's an AoE skill, so that actually doesn't give us that extra damage dealt from the Roxy part. So we're only actually getting that on Escanor's Scorch card, Arthur's single target card, and then also Roxy's single target card as well. And I guess the ultimates too, if the ultimates do crit as well. So there is that. Right here, I do use the Miguelda heal skill. We waste a single target with her. We do single target with Roxy, and then AoE with the Arthur right there. Just to clear my hand, right? Just to clear my hand. Do as much damage as we can as well. And you know, Miguelda does a pretty good amount of damage there. Let's see Roxy, 184k without the extra damage as well, right? Because she is able to get that extra damage, but you know, we don't initially get it there. So yeah, so right here, we do the single target with Roxy, AoE with Roxy, AoE with Arthur right there, and then single target with Arthur, and you know, pretty good damage, guys. You guys will see. Boom, a 181, and then an extra, what is that, 60k? So I think it's like, no matter what, even if you get like bonuses in a demonic beast battle, I think it takes your base attack, because I have 20k. Yeah, it takes my base attack. Yeah, because my Roxy has 20k attack going into the fight, so she's gaining 60k damage pretty much, every time she's hitting that like extra damage. So yeah, it doesn't take into account the extra damage we're getting from, you know, Roxy's like stats gains. Like you can see, like Miguelda's giving her like a ton of all stats that actually doesn't count towards her initial damage, right? But right here, guys, damage cap, and you can see she hit past the damage cap. Escanor, you see look how much Escanor does, okay? Damage cap, boom, 258 total. So Escanor is almost doing like double damage cap, bro. It's actually insane. It's so insane, guys. He's so good with Roxy. I think that combo, if you guys have Ultimate Escanor and you have Roxy, like give the combo a try, man. It's super good. So right here we are on Escanor's last like final, or not final flame, but holy flame. So because we have that, his cards actually hit super hard. So Roxy does 67k, boom, we get the extra 60k as well. Arthur does 9,000, barely does any damage at all, but because of the Roxy we get that extra damage as well. Escanor single target's gonna do the damage cap, and then we're going to do a lot more, actually, as well. And then follow up with another Escanor single target. And it's a given, guys. We pretty much wiped the bird right there, man. So very good showcase on the bird right there. I think Roxy is probably, like, the best speed farming character for the bird now. One of the best. Because you bring her, Ultimate Escanor, Arthur, and then Miguelda, and you're set. You don't even need a taunt unit because you just bypass the damage cap so much that you're just like clearing through the fight instantly. So it's just super good. So let's move on to the deer, guys, and see what they're able to do on the deer. Alright guys, hopping into the gear here. I didn't actually showcase like what gear I was running on each of the characters, but this is what we're rocking here. So we're rocking Reinhardt, Jormungand, Brunhild, and then Roxy here. And in terms of the reason why we're running this team is because Reinhardt has double single target. He's a red character. He covers the red slot for Deer. We have Jormungand obviously because she's the main unit for the demonic beast battle. We have Brunhild being a green human character to fill up the damage for Jormungand and also to deal damage past the damage cap as well. And then Roxy being the new blue. So I would say, by the way, Roxy might just be better than the one Escanor now in terms of like usage. I would say, just because of the fact that every single target skill that Roxy does, she's doing damage past the damage cap. It doesn't have to be like Escanor where it's like death damage and it's a full 100%, but she is still dealing so much that I just value it a lot, especially when the team gets that as well. The team is also getting that, so it's very, very good, guys. So moving in, we do have single target card set if I'm not mistaken. It could be basic stat, I forget, but either or, we're going to be dealing a ton of damage regardless, so I don't think it matters necessarily. So we're hopping in. In terms of the gear sets I was running, we have attack crit damage Roxy, attack crit damage Brunhild, but with crit chance rolls, right? We want to make sure that Brunhild's critting, so I put crit chance rolls. And then Reinhardt's actually running HP crit damage as well, and then with crit chance rolls for him as well. So yeah, they're both pretty much on like max crit chance as much as possible. And so those characters are going to be covering it for me, right? They're going to be getting the crits, and then we're going to be doing a ton of damage. So right here, I was like, okay, let's waste my cards, but I want to hold on to like the one of each color card for each of our teammates right here. So I do Roxy AoE, because that's the card that we kind of just waste out of our hand. We do the Rhino Detonate, 161k plus the extra damage, pretty good. And then Jormungand does a little bit of damage right there, but it's not able to get the kill. You hate to see it, man. If she was able to get the kill there, that would have been super nice. Roxy taking a little bit of damage here. You don't really need to worry about your damage you take on the Deer, because you're gonna life steal it all back. You get so much all stats on the Deer that it actually just doesn't matter. Like, look, I lost almost 50% of my HP right there. That's about like 40%. But I'm just gonna gain that back instantly, just because Jormungand has a heal card, or I could use the Roxy card to life steal it back anyway. But Jormungand with the heal, it's nice, right? I get the heal back and I don't have to really worry. So Jormungand does her thing, boom, boom, boom. And then, yeah, and then we lose the all stats with Jormungand, but I don't mind that because I'm trying to just keep the all stats on Brunhild, Reinhardt, and Roxy. They're the main damage dealers on the team anyway, right? We mainly want to see the damage from them. So right here, I'm like, okay, we can do the color cycle then. So we do green, blue, red. So we do the Roxy skill, and then we do the Reinhardt skill, and then we just waste the Jormungand skill. I should have actually, like, if I was doing this correctly, I should have did the Jormungand skill first, and then Roxy, then Reinhardt, and then finish with Brunhild, because Brunhild would have killed for sure. Like, I know for a fact Brunhild would have killed, because you guys will see her damage next turn, right? You'll see how much it was next turn. Yeah, so Jormungand is kind of close to getting the kill, 381k. You know, and she loses the all stats again, but it's okay. We're not taking too much damage here. He does the AoE. Alt seals us, but we don't have any of our ults anyway. So it's not something that we really were worried about. But right here, we have to finish off the fight. So I'm like, okay, we got a ton of green Brunhild cards, so let's just waste them all. You know what I mean? Let's just get them all out of my hand. So I just start like chucking my Brunhild cards. We do the rank 3 single target, and boom, 1.1 million off color, yo. 1.8 million lifesteal. So Brunhild is pretty insane. Yeah, moving into phase 3 here. This is where you guys will see like the extra damage past the damage cap. It's really noticeable here. So right here, I start with the Brunhild ultimate, and then we waste the regular Brunhild skill, yeah. Yep. And then we follow up with the Jormungand single target, and then I do the Reinhardt rank 3 skill as well, just to get it out of my hand, because I'm in the top deck Reinhardt ult anyway. So I wasn't like too worried about like what was gonna happen right there. But you guys see the extra damage past the damage cap? It's super big, man. It's helping a lot. Right, and now we put the bird or the deer in like such a low like area of health that I'm just able to kill him. And if he did live anyway, the extra damage past the damage I would have got him, yo. So it's fine, right? But right here, we do check Roxy stats, because I was curious. Like, it's always a nice thing to check Roxy stats. The stat stick, man. And look at that, 287 crit chance. That's crazy, right? 287% crit chance. Absolutely insane, man. So right there, we drop the Jormungand ult, we do the single target with Roxy, and then we follow up with the So yeah, we do the Roxy single target, then we do the Reinhardt single target skill, and then we follow up with the Brunhild skill as well. And you guys will see it's just a guaranteed kill, man. As long as you got Roxy on the team, she's gonna pretty much make every character on the team just deal that extra damage, and it's just crazy. They're 281k, bro. It's so good. Yeah, that's the Deer, guys. Like, it's such a good unit. Roxy has already been like a really good showcase so far. But yeah, man, on the deer, very good character as well. Let's move over to School and Hottie now, guys, and let's showcase what Roxy's able to do on School and Hottie. Alright guys, hopping into School and Hottie, here we are running Donor, Roxy, Ultimate Escanor, and Freyr. That has to be the team, right? We need the Ignite Immunity, we need the extra damage with, or we need another human rate, so we get the extra crit chance with the Roxy, so we bring Ultimate Escanor. And then we do have Donor as well, which is another human as well if you think about it, so she's actually also giving us a bonus. We are running basic stat card set with pretty much everybody on attack crit damage except Donor. She's on attack crit resistance. Right, because she's not trying to get crit. Donor, the whole point with her, when you're running her on dogs, is you don't want her to get crit. Because when she gets crit, then she takes a ton of damage. The rest of the team, I just decided to attack crit damage just because, you know, it doesn't matter, bro. We're just dealing so much damage that they don't even need to worry about their HP. You know what I mean? We're fine. So you guys will see. It's a very insane team. So we hopping in here. So we start off the fight just kind of chipping away our cards. You know what I mean? We just waste Donor single target. We do the Roxy AoE, Escanor AoE, and then follow up with the single target with Freyr, right? Yep. So that's exactly what we do. And yeah, just pretty much just getting all the bad cards out of our hand. Not that like Cleave is a bad card, but it's just, you know, to get it out of the hand just so we can, you know, move on here. But yeah, so wasting all of our dead cards, and then the following turn, we're just going to go crazy on the following turn, right? We're just going to make sure we get the kill. And yeah, so Cleave 202k, still very nice from Freyr, is still doing a lot of damage as well. And we do top deck a double Cleave card, yo. So we're not gonna get any damage past the damage cap with those cards, but if we ever do get to attack with Escanor and Roxy, you guys will see, that's when we're actually gonna deal a ton more damage as well. So right here, I do the Thonar single target, and then I follow up with the Freyr, and then the Freyr again. So yeah, you guys will see Freyr does a ton of damage, boom, 202k, just like he did last time. Thonar is going to do her skill, just so we get a little bit more HP related stats. We follow up with the Freyr single target again as well, boom, another 202k, and then we do the rank 1 cancel stance card, so we get the kill right there. Moving into phase 2 right here, this is where my Thonar actually did not crit, and I was kind of surprised why she didn't do extra damage when I initially did the ult, right? She just didn't crit. So this is why you guys will see that the character that you're running that's a human has to crit for them to actually get that extra damage, right? So Thonar does the ultimate here, boom, doesn't crit. So I don't get any extra damage, right? So that's like one thing to take into account. Is definitely something you know, you might want to think about. Is you want to make sure that your character that is a human has crit chance to actually crit. And the only ones that you really would run is just Ultimate Escanor and Roxy most of the time, right? Those are going to be the characters you run. So right here, guys, this is a insane showing, okay? So just hear me out, okay? One turn, okay? This is phase 3 of floor 1 dogs. This is one turn, okay? One turn. And how many skills do you guys think it takes for Ultimate Escanor to one-shot all of them? How many skills do you guys think it takes? It's not one. But it is 2, okay? So it takes 2 single targets. So I single target the left wolf, and I'm like, okay, let's single target the right wolf, and then we'll follow up with the Roxy skill, and then Escanor AoE just in case. Right? But you guys will see, look. So initial hit, 495, 854. We pretty much double our damage. 581, 930k. And they're all dead. Like, it's just crazy, bro. This is like one of the fastest like dog comps, I think, if you were to run them. Like, just running this comp in general, super quick, man. So yeah, actually a team I would recommend, guys. Same with the deer and the bird teams. All these teams I would recommend so far. But once we get to Nidhog, that's a team that I won't recommend. But it's for the videos we're showcasing. But that's the dogs, guys. Let's hop into Nidhogg and let's see what they're able to do on the Nidhogg Demonic Beast battle. Alright guys, hopping into the Nidhogg Demonic Beast battle here. You guys can see we have Elat, Roxy, Freya, and the Healing Elizabeth. We pretty much were running Goddess team, but we swapped out Mael for Roxy. Is it a very smart idea? Probably not. But we decided to do it anyway just so that we were able to beat at least floor 1 of Nidhogg, because this is like mainly the only way you could do it, I think, because you need a character that has Pierce. I literally looked through all humans in the game and no good human has a Pierce card, bro. Can we get a Pierce card on a human character? Net Marble, please and thank you. But yeah, so hopping in, we're running triple defense on the Elat, so she has the lowest HP, attack crit damage on Roxy, attack defense on Freya, and then HP defense on the Healing Elizabeth right there, with the basic stat card set, if I do show that. But yeah. Okay, so hopping in, let's skip into the fight here. Yup. So we start instantly, and in terms of these skills we're using off the rip, we're pretty much just wasting our cards, guys. Remember, we do have to hold on to the Pierce card, though. We need the rank 3 Pierce. So I'm not going to be using Freya's AoE skill, but we're pretty much able to use everyone else's skills. Right? We can waste, like, Roxy skills. We can waste Elizabeth skills. We just got to get them out of our hand, right? And Freya is going to be building up our crit chance as well. As you guys will see, like, Roxy's not really critting too much, right? She's not. And the reason why is just because of the fact that she doesn't have any other humans alongside her, right? We're running Elizabeth, which is a goddess character, Freya, which is unknown and goddess, and Ragnarok too. And then we have Ela, which is just goddess, right? So we don't really have any human support on the team. So if we had like Ultimate Esnor on the team, we definitely could have got a little bit more crit chance, and Roxy probably would crit more often. But unfortunately, because we don't, it is what it is. But yeah. So right here, we do have the cleanse for Elat, so I decided to just go for the cleanse. And then we do the gauge reduction, waste the AoE with Roxy right there, and then just waste the heal card with Elizabeth, right? Just pretty much clearing out our hand as much as possible. And I think the Nidhog was just doing single targets, so we didn't actually have to worry about my Elat health. So that's good. But yeah, as you guys can see, no crit chance at all, and Roxy just does not crit. You need humans alongside her for her to do like a ton of damage. And because she just didn't have any humans there, she doesn't have a ton of crit chance. It's a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is, right? So yeah. The Nidhog's doing a ton of single targets right here. We have Tarmiel Link on Ela, and that's weak point single target. And we don't have any debuffs, so we're tanking, right? We're tanking like super well. So we do single target here with Roxy. We do the heal card as well, I think. I think I reset here, actually. I think I reset my cards, because I was like, okay, I don't trust this. Yeah, I think I had to change up the cards here. So we reset. We reset. We do the single target with the Roxy. We do the heal card with Elat or Elizabeth right there, and then we do the gauge reduction with Elat, and then the AoE with Roxy. So right here we do crit a good amount, and then we get the extra 60k. So 180k damage right there. We do the gauge reduction here onto the Nidhogg, and then we do the AoE. Boom, boom, boom. So now we're starting to crit because we have, I think we used like a few Freya cards at this point. So you know, we do have some all stats kind of built up, but it's not like too crazy. I think my Roxy just starting to crit now, and it's helping out. But right here we got really lucky. The Nidhogg actually did rank 2 and then a rank 1 on the weak point right there. So we do tank because he did a rank 1. If he did double rank 2, we would have died right there easily. But yeah, so right there, I just waste the single target with Elizabeth. We do the solidify stack. We do Roxy ultimate because I trust in the Roxy ultimate actually killing, and then we just waste the other Elat card. Yeah, right here it's pretty good damage. So we do that just to get the solidify stacks, right, and extra tankiness, and I can ult next turn anyway. So Roxy doesn't get the kill, but boom, she does get the kill. So that's pretty nice right there. You know, that extra like what is it, 300% of attack is super good, bro. It actually does matter. It actually does, right? You do feel it, like that extra like a little 60k damage you're getting, as long as your Roxy's around like 20k attack, you are feeling it, man. So right here, we do the Elat ultimate, we do the Elizabeth ultimate, we do single target, and then we do the AoE with Roxy right there. And you guys will see that this phase is actually a phase where Roxy like does really well. You know, the Nidhogg right here has like a ton of damage reduction, but it doesn't matter when you like have damage reduction. It doesn't matter because Roxy's still able to hit that 60k damage. Right, which is so good. You guys will see when I do a Roxy card, I'm pretty much guaranteed always doing 60k minimum, because my initial card will do a little bit of its damage, and then I get the extra 60k, right, because of the 300% of attack. So that's pretty nice. So you guys will see right here, so we do the single target with Roxy, we do the AoE, we do gauge reduction with the Elat, and then we just, I think I just move Freya card, yeah, to get her ultimate. Yeah, so we just move Freya ultimate, for Freya card for ultimate. But yeah, right here, 43k. Plus an extra 60k, 100k. Look at that. 100k for offer single target. When on this phase, you're pretty much like you can't do more than like 100k, I think, until you start removing the damage reduction stacks. So like this is super crazy, bro. The fact that Roxy's able to do that, I think is a good like tech ability. We just need better humans in the future, man. That's what we need. We're lacking like good human support for Roxy. That's what I think the main issue is with this team. But yeah. So right here, we do have the Freya ultimate, and we do have Roxy ultimate as well. So Roxy ultimate is guaranteed to do, at the bare minimum, like 100k damage. And then Freya ultimate we drop as well. I probably should have did Freya ultimate first to get the ult stats up. But I decided like, oh, it's okay, we'll just ult. So we do the Roxy ultimate, 34k, plus an extra 60k, 95k. Freya, unfortunately, is not a human, and we didn't even crit anyway, so she's not going to get any extra damage dealt. But yeah, there we go. We do 100k right there with the Roxy card. Very, very good. And we did get kind of lucky here top decking the heal card with Elizabeth, because my Elat's kind of getting low, man. She is kind of getting low, right? So not too good. But right here I have the stance removal with the Freya, and then we do the gauge reduction and the heal card, just so that the Nidhogg does not do an ultimate against us, because we don't want to get ulted. We definitely do not want to get ulted. That would be really bad, right? Because if we get ulted, I think on this phase it's buff removal, so he would just completely remove all my Elats like defense related ups, and then pretty much just screw us over with that like extort single target. So that's gonna be really bad. So obviously having that gauge reduction is super helpful, and is worthwhile using, right? So right here I do 1 gauge reduction. We do the AoE with Roxy and single target with Elizabeth right there, and I see that he's ulting me. But we're taking the gauge. But I move Freya card, actually, instead of doing AoE with Roxy, just so I get Freya ultimate, right? Freya ultimate is gonna be nice, so we hit a little bit past the not the damage cap, but we just do a little bit more damage than we normally would, right? Because of the abyss. It's not past the damage cap in a sense, because like we're not doing like damage cap at all, really. I don't think this phase has damage cap actually. I'm not too sure if it does, because the damage reduction kind of stops it, but. You do feel it though in terms of like Roxy's like cards though, like you do actually feel it because of the extra like 60k you're dealing, right? So 150k right there with Freya right there, and then we do the gauge reduction and we follow up with the single target with Roxy right there, and Roxy's starting to crit every hit now. That extra crit chance is helping. 160k right there, and then as you guys can see, the Nidhogg is super low right now, and I'm like, okay, we probably can get the kill with Roxy AoE, but we don't have a stance removal, right? We really don't. But luckily, because we have Freya Abyss up, Abyss is actually enough to finish off the fight after I do this AoE. So, but regardless, I tested out though, right? Because I was like, okay, let's test out to see. Maybe we can actually do enough damage here. So I'd go for the AoE, and I'm like, okay, let's merge Elat. Let's just waste the heal skill with Elizabeth, because I know this is enough. Because even if it's not, the Abyss is going to kill. So we go for the AoE, boom, boom, boom. And we actually crit most of the hits right there. We crit 2 of them. Right, and then he does lifesteal a little bit, but then I was like, oh, do I reset or do I keep going? And then I was like, oh, we can keep going because we got the Abyss. So I resumed the fight, and then the Nidhogg does die from the Abyss. Boom, dead. And yeah, we're moving into phase 3, guys. So now moving into phase 3, we do have the rank 3 Freya Pierce card, so we already can kind of just go crazy, right? So we can just, you know, let it in on the Nidhogg. So we're automatically going to rip 50% of his gauge because of the rank 3 Pierce card. We merge Elizabeth to do the rank 2, because that's going to actually do 10% guaranteed. And then we do the Elat ultimate to refresh it. And so Freya goes for her attack right there, and she actually doesn't crit too much. 100k right there, and as you guys can see, 50% of the gauge gone, another 10% because of the Elizabeth single target. And so we get the Elat ultimate off just so that we have that defense related stats and the debuff immunity too, obviously, right? That's also super helpful. Roxy kinda lower than everybody else on the team, so she was actually the one that gets targeted, which is not too good for me. But she was the one that was getting prioritized, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it was okay because I was like, okay, it's fine. Let's just still try and shred the gauge as much as we can. So right here, I was like, okay, let's do Freya rank 2. That's going to be 10% of the gauge. Let's do Roxy ultimate as well, which is going to be another 10% of the gauge. And I needed to kind of lifesteal a little bit anyway, right? We had to kind of lifesteal, so I go for the Roxy ultimate just to lifesteal as much as possible. And remember, guys, on Nidhogg floor 3, or phase 3, floor 1, he gets the attack related stats up when he's at less than 30% HP. But obviously Roxy is not going to be doing like, you know, that much damage, and there is damage cap on this phase, so it's not like you're going to be, you know, doing too much. As long as you come into this phase with the Pierce card, you're going to be perfectly fine, right? So right there, Nidhogg starts to lifesteal a lot. You know, he has a lot of HP right here, and I'm getting super low. This is looking really bad for me. Luckily, I do have the Elizabeth ultimate, which is very clutch. But other than that, it wasn't looking too good for me, right? So right here, I merge Elat, I do the gauge reduction, we do the Freya ultimate, and then we follow up with the Elizabeth ultimate, I think, right? I think that's what I go for. No, maybe I don't go for this actually. Yeah, I think I actually hold on to Freya ultimate. Yeah. So we just go for the gauge reduction. We go for the Elizabeth ultimate to heal up everybody on the team, and then I think I just waste the Elizabeth single target. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So we waste the Elizabeth single target right there. Not to do like any of the gauge shred, but just to do some extra chip damage, right? We just, you know, just get it out of the way. Waste my cards as well. Boom, get it out of the way. 20k, boom, and then an extra 3% on the gauge. So now he's at 7% on the gauge. Now it's you know, we got it, guys. We pretty much win the fight. So now all we got to do right now, we just got to Freya ult and then double single target with Roxy right there, and it's a wrap. So yeah, not too bad. I mean, obviously she's not meant for Nidhogg or anything like that, but she can clear floor 1 at the very least if you guys did want to, you know, give it an attempt. But yeah, right here you guys will see, look at that, 130k plus 60k, boom, damage cap. Or not damage cap, but a little bit more. Right there, 214k, nice. And look at that, guys. Roxy is able to get the kill and actually finish off the Nidhogg Demonic Beast battle. So, yeah, guys, that is Roxy right there. Let me know what you guys think about Roxy in the comment section below. How good did she do on all these Demonic Beast battles? I think she did really well. I think she's going to be a very, very strong character you can use pretty much in all, you know, PvE content. She's just super strong. I wouldn't say she's like a meta character on Nidhogg, but she's definitely a meta character for speedrunning on all the other Demonic Beast battles. So she's very, very good. So, yeah, that's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as always. If you guys want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comment section below. And I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Peace out and have a good rest of your day.